Gala Games is pumping right now, and you might ask yourself, what the heck is going on? They've added 20 million users to their network overnight, and there's some massive news. You might have heard it from some other creators, but I'm going to connect all the dots together today. Are you ready?
Secret Agent Stash.
I want you to join the GIA. As a member, you'll unlock exclusive content on my YouTube channel, early access to new games, monthly in-game supply drops, and gameplay ops with me and the rest of the agents. Welcome back, agents. Secret Agent Stash here. I have another gaming intel report for you guys, and this one is all about Gala Games. Their token has doubled in the last week, and many people are left wondering what is going on. Well, they have some massive news that has been rolling out over the last couple of days, and I'm going to connect all these things together so you can know exactly why this is huge and why it's going to keep Gala pumping over the next couple of months with all the products they have that they're launching. So let's go take a look at exactly what has been happening here and why this is going to be such a bullish situation for anybody who is involved in Gala in any sort of way. Okay, as I said, here we are. We're taking a look at the token price and what's going on. So Gala is sitting just above 4 cents. You can see in just the last week or so, they went from about, 1.8 cents all the way over here to about over 4 cents. And, this is all due to some really bullish news that, well, it gives us some short-term action for the price. Is actually really the best thing for a long-term look for Gala. Now, the first thing we're going to start with is their acquisition of a ton of new IP. This essentially catapulted Gala into a massive building phase here and has jump-started what they're trying to do with their entire ecosystem. But essentially what they've done is they bought a mobile game studio, a game studio they were already working with, which has given them about 20 million new users who are currently using these mobile games already that are active on, mobile app stores. So this is a studio that has done over $100 million in revenue, and they have about 15 games right now that are currently ready to be converted to blockchain. Most of these games are already on the app store. There are some that are in development. You guys might actually know this studio because they are the studio that is behind the Walking Dead game. We featured the Walking Dead Empires on this channel many times before, and it is none other than Ember Entertainment. Now, this is a smaller up-and-coming mobile studio, but they do have a pretty decent portfolio of games that are already ready to go. And so we can take a look a little bit at what they're doing here. One called Survival Z. They also have Dragon Strike, which is very popular, Meow Match, and a couple other ones. And so these are all games that are now going to be underneath the Gala Games ecosystem. And what that really means here is that they're going to have a lot of room to be able to incorporate more games that are going to be using Gala for their gas token. Now, this is one of the big things that people, and the reasons why this token has been pumping, because people are going to be speculating on the fact that, okay, well, if there's less Gala and it's being burnt more for gas, then that means that the value of that is going to be more here in the future. So that's why we're seeing a lot of people kind of making a run on Gala and picking it up right now. But what I will say is that even though we've seen the price, increase here by over twofold over the last couple of days, just in the last 80 days, it's still down from its, recent all-time high in August 2022 of about 7 cents. If we zoom out just 1 year, you can see how little this blip actually is here on the map. I'm not trying to FUD here, but you can see that clearly during, the kind of end of the bull run coming out of 2021, the price of Gala was significantly higher. And so this is a great sign. And hopefully looking for a reversal, but I do think this may be a short-term reversal for Gala, the token's price, but still incredibly bullish long-term on Gala as a company. Now, when we talk about, Ember Entertainment, what they're doing here, some of their games are very, they're kind of low level in my opinion. They're definitely mobile focused. Now, the big thing here that people are banking on is the fact that there's going to be tons of gas being used for these games. And they say here, this is the big thing. And so all these announcements kind of revolve around the usage of Gala as a gas token on their own blockchain, which is called Project Geary right now. We don't still know the exact final name of the blockchain, but it has been, launched here. It is live. Spider Tanks has been using it for months, and it is going to be what all these games are going to be moving to. Now, the one problem that I do see here is that how are you going to convince people who are already playing this game to get or acquire Gala tokens in some sort of way to then use them for gas to be able to get goodies or NFTs that they may offer for free for current users or for people who are just getting started or doing some sort of swap for assets that they already own. You're going to have to get them onboarded and get them some Gala in their wallet in some sort of way. So does that mean giving away Gala? They haven't really revealed exactly how that's going to work. So they've used a lot of bullish terms here and saying, hey, we're going to burn all this Gala and it's going to be gone. And here's a bunch of information about it, but we haven't exactly seen what that's going to be. Now they do suspect with this many games being added to their portfolio that it will be maybe 6 to 35% of the total supply right now that could be burned per year. And when they talk about it like that, they also do mention, Benefactor here does mention that it is going to be a change. They are going to have to make a change to the tokenomics because of this rapid expansion. So we will see some changes there. There are only 50 billion Gala in existence. That's the hard cap on the blockchain of how many tokens ever be issued. So, if they're burning too much too quickly, then that could be a bad sign. But, we do need to understand exactly how these current mobile users are going to be able to acquire Gala. And that does have a lot to do with the fact that the Apple App Store is going to, essentially be pushed by the EU. Any kind of EU users using the App Store for Apple, they're going to have to, actually open that up. So you're not locked into Apple's ecosystem to buy apps. And that could mean really an easier onboarding for these people that need to get this token. And, we don't have to pay crazy gas fees to Apple. Like they're like, hey, we want 30% of your gas fees too, which was ridiculous. Right? So this is the big thing that is driving the pump right now for Gala, which I think this is great news. Adding this company, I think they did a great job in Walking Dead Empires. I can't wait to see what other mobile games they're going to come with. And if we can actually easily onboard these users, or if this is going to turn off the current user base of 20 million people that they have added here with this acquisition. Now, the next big news that we've seen from them is coming from Gala Films. A lot of people say Gala is too spread thin. They have too much going on, Stash. They're not going to be able to deliver on all of it. Well, here is yet another announcement for Benefactor stating that they are actually working on 2 different films with The Rock and Mark Wahlberg. So this is going to be a lot of fun here. And I think that, this really bodes well for all those people that were kind of, in the wings, waiting to see what's going to happen with Gala Film. If it was just going to be independent, small kind of films, which they have a couple right now that are on deck that actually look pretty good. But this is huge news. When you talk about The Rock in a movie that has Gala logos in it, there could even be, they talked about even having NFT QR codes where you may be able to scan it while at the movie theater and grab some sort of Gala NFT that commemorates the fact that you saw that film. This is something I've been talking about in entertainment that could be huge because it engages the fans on another level. And I love that fact. We've seen a couple of companies do this already, but Gala is setting themselves up to be the one that is doing it right. Now, in addition to this, they've also announced some more, updates for the town token. The play to earn model didn't work out so well, in my opinion, and they had to shut it down and they have to revamp this. And this was, and I consider Gala's, first endeavors into blockchain gaming with Townstar and Mirandus, not necessarily mistakes, but probably a little bit of a misstep, right? They really found their stride in being a publisher and not so much in being a game development studio themselves. So what they're doing now is they're going to get rid of the town token. It's gone. Rah, rah, rah. And they're going to have it burned for Gala. So you'll be able to exchange 2 town tokens, be able to receive 1 Gala in exchange. I think this is incredibly bullish for Gala as a token. They're also going to be able to, update node owners. So if you have a Townstar node, you'll be able to earn Gala from that versus earning Town. That I think is obviously very important for those. You can't leave those people out there stranded. This is not going to start happening for another 60 days. So you have a little bit of time to get ready. You do need to make sure that your town is out of your treasure chest and is ready to be able to be swapped. And then you'll have about 180 days, about half a year, to be able to swap that town for Gala. This is definitely a bullish event for Gala in general, because this is something that we can actualize and is realized right now. The other mobile games, we don't know how they're going to be burning this gas or how they're going to be getting the Gala to burn for these transactions. But this for sure we know is a great event right here, changing this town. And it's a great, for Gala, it's a great step forward in that direction. Not to be outdone, they came with another announcement talking about Mirandis and how the main gold token in the realm is going to be Gala. And so the Materium has been the token they announced as one of the main tokens for Mirandis, but it's going to actually be used as the mana for spells. So you're going to need to have both Materium and Gala for this game. And so yet another use case for Gala. As you guys can see, we're building up here of why we are seeing all these announcements coming all at once, because they understood that there was not enough use case in the public's eye for Gala as a token, and it was not helping the token price for one thing, but just the general, sentiment amongst the community of where Gala as a token was going to stand and how it was going to work in their brand new blockchain that they've launched here. So really bullish the fact that Mirandus is also going to use this as well. Now, not to be outdone, they just dropped the fact that they're pushing forward with Gala Music, and they just dropped a brand new website for Gala Music, and that they already have a Grammy nomination for one of the artists that they have worked with here with Gala Music. As you guys know, Snoop Dogg has already been on board with Gala Games. I bought one of the very first Snoop Dogg NFT albums here on the Gala chain when they launched it for Gala Music, and I'm in Long Beach. I'm a proud Long Beach resident here, and that's a big connection back for me. I love Snoop Dogg, and so they've obviously linked up with Death Row Records, and they have a good relationship with them. So there's going to be continuing to push the ecosystem through that, and Gala is going to be the gas for anything going on their music blockchain. So there's a lot of information I think coming from that, and the website they just launched actually looks really good. This is a whole revamp of Gala Music. This is their beta site here, and you can kind of go and see all of the other artists that are working with Gala. And all it takes is a breakout hit on TikTok for one of these artists to really make it, and then these Gala nodes for the music side of things could really start popping off and paying off very well if we get some hits in there. And we know Snoop is going to bring those hits, baby. We know it. So what does all of this mean when you connect all the dots together? Well, what it means is that the Gala token itself is going to have a massive use case, a massive utility use case here in 2023. We are not going to be waiting for a next bull run. Now is the time to be looking at acquiring this token and getting into the Gala ecosystem, playing some of their amazing games, because they have a ton and they're adding even more here. So when people think, are they going to deliver? They are delivering. And that is the big difference here, is they are delivering on this, and we're seeing it now. Now, when you talk about, well, why now? Well, once again, there's a couple of things and factors that play into this. Apple kind of relaxing the fact of we're cool with having NFTs, and then the European Union saying, hey, Apple, you can't have a monopoly on just having your apps be pushed in the App Store. It gives you a monopoly, and so they're kind of breaking down these doors, and that's things we've always said were issues here with the Apple App Store, is the fact that it is a one-trick pony. You cannot do anything on iPads, on iPhones, whatever it may be in the Apple ecosystem without being on the App Store, and they absolutely rob you if you're on there. And then they wanted a percentage of gas fees as well. So in general, this is the big push from Gala to really back up their token and their brand new blockchain they've launched, and put it in a place where it is going to be one of the dominant players when it comes to gaming layer 1 blockchains. And this is big when you talk about the competition they're going up against. Competition like layer 2 Polygon and layer 2 Immutable, and some of the other upstarts like Avalanche and Cardano, who have fledgling ecosystems that may not actually pose a threat at this point, but are developing quite quickly with their blockchain systems. We've seen that the current implication of Geary has been great with spider tanks, and we're going to see more of those types of earning models, in particular those coming to Townstar pretty soon as well as all these mobile games. All this means that any investor that has anything to do with Gala is going to reap the benefits in one way or another. So I hope you guys like this breakdown of Gala, what is going on right now, all the news here together in one video, why Gala is pumping in general, and why I'm so bullish on them here over the next couple months. We may see a little bit of downside, but I think in the long term here over this year, 2023, we're going to see nothing but positive stuff coming out of Gala, and some of the best games have already been coming out of this studio. So we're going to be playing them here on the channel the rest of the year. And I can't say enough good things about what Gala is doing at this moment. Let me know what you guys think about Gala and what their big moves mean to you in the comments below. That's all we had for today, folks. Secret Agent Stash, over and out.
Secret Agent Stash.